Breaking news in business and financial market. Let's start. Retail investors have lost more than Rs 16 lakh crore wealth in the last 7 trading sessions. On Friday alone, investors were left poorer by 5.5 lakh crore as the Sensex crashed nearly 1000 points to close 60,000. The market sell-off comes amid hawkish statement by several central banks, global recession worries, and surging COVID-19 cases in some countries. Moving on, former ICICI Bank CEO Chanda Kochhar and her husband Deepak were arrested by CBI on Friday in the ICICI Videocon loan fraud case. Chanda was accused of misusing her position in ICICI Bank in granting loans to Videocon group promoter Venugopal Dhod between 2009 and 2011. Chanda, Deepak and Venugopal were booked by CBI in a case related to criminal conspiracy. Moving on, Gautam Adani will now control 64.71% of NDTV as the company's founder Radhika and Pranav Roy have decided to sell most of their shares. They will sell a 27.26% stake to AMG Media Network and retain a combined 5%. We look forward to watching NDTV delivering the next phase of growth. On that, India can be proud of, the Royals said. Moving on, Indian equity benchmark BSE Sensex fell by 980.93 points on Friday, going below 60,000 for the first time since October 28. Sensex settled at 59,845 at the day's end, while NSE Nifty fell by 320 points, ending at the day at 17,806.80. The BSE Midcap Index lost 3.4%, while the Small Cap Index slipped by 4.11% during the day. Moving on, the CBI has filed an FIR against a Kolkata-based private company and its director on allegations of bank fraud of Rs 4,037 crore to the consortium of 20 banks. The case was registered on a complaint by the Union Bank of India, CBI said. Searches were conducted at 16 locations, which led to the recovery of incriminalization document articles, the agency added. Moving on, Uttar Pradesh has received investment proposals for Rs 7.12 lakh crore from 16 countries, a state government statement said. The government has organized roadshow in 21 cities of 16 countries to invite investors ahead of Global Investor Summit in Lucknow in Feb 2023. Proposals worth Rs 4 lakh crore were received from the US and UK alone, CM Yogi Adityanath added. Moving on, Ministry of Finance has directed heads of public sector banks to implement robust mechanism to avoid unethical practices for selling insurance policies to customers. In a letter, the ministry said the Department of Financial Services has received complaints that banks and life insurance companies are adopting fraudulent and unethical practices for procuring policies from bank customers. Moving on, India's foreign exchange reserve fell by $571 million to $563.49 billion for the week ended December 16. Reserve Bank of India data showed. This comes a week after the forex reserve rose for the fourth consecutive week to $564 billion. Overall, the reserves have declined from $632 billion at the beginning of this year. Moving on, Flipkart and PhonePe have completed their separation and both entities will continue to operate under US-based giant Walmart. A joint statement said on Friday. PhonePe was acquired by Flipkart Group in 2016. As part of this transaction, existing Flipkart Singapore and PhonePe Singapore shareholders led by Walmart have purchased shares directly in PhonePe India. This completes the move to make PhonePe a fully India-domiciled company, a process that started earlier this year, statement said. Walmart will remain the majority shareholder of both business groups. Meanwhile, PhonePe is planning to go public once its core business turned profitable by 2023. Moving on, online truck aggregator BlackBuck saw its losses increase by about 18% year-on-year to Rs 285 crore in financial year 2022 on the back of increasing employee benefit expenses, regulatory filling showed. Increasing cost pushed up the company's expenses by 2% to 1154 rupees crore, up from 1135 rupees crore in financial year 21. The Sequoia-backed startup saw its operating revenue drop by 4% to 833 crore rupees in financial year 2022 from 867 crore rupees in financial year 2021. Moving on, HDFC on Friday said it is raising $400 million loan through a loan from the International Finance Corporation for financing green housing affordable segment. The HDFC will use 75% of the loan proceeds for financing affordable green projects. The company will set a lending frame rate for such loans with strict standard for green buildings, a statement said. On an assets under management basis, the company's individual loan book which constitutes 81% of the total assets under management, grew 20% year-on-year. HDFC in November had raised 5,500 crore rupees through non-convertible debentures at a coupon rate of 7.7% per year. The company's capital adequacy stood at 22.5% as of September 30, with Tier 1 capital at 21.9%. Moving on. Billionaire Michael Bloomberg, the owner of Bloomberg, is interested in acquiring either the Wall Street Journal's parent Dow Jones or Washington Post, ICICI reported. The media companies are owned by Rupert Murdoch and Jeff Bezos, respectively. Bloomberg sees Dow Jones as the ideal fit but would pay the Post if Bezos was interested in selling, the report added. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned with Financial Pulse for business and financial market updates.